Yo, what's up? This is King Vox, and today we're going to be doing another class selection advice for newer players. I'm going to try to cover as much as I can with the knowledge that I've gained, up until now. It's been a while since my last one, almost 7 months, I think, or maybe even 8 months. And the truth is, a lot of changes have been happening to a lot of classes since then. So, and you have the game re-releasing on a bunch of new continents and stuff like that. Like, who is it? C? I think they just got one. They don't have their awakenings yet and stuff like that. So, I am just going to show you guys my characters before I go to the thing. You guys know how I do these videos, so I mean, you guys don't expect too much like gameplay or something like that, whatever. I'm just going to give you guys my honest opinion of every class in the game currently. That's every class except for the Lin or the Ran, whichever you want to call it. So here you see I leveled up a bunch of characters. I got 359s now, which is my wizard, my Zerker, and my Musa, right? Then I have characters that I haven't really touched much, but I've experienced fighting against them or whatever in my guild, and we have some ridiculous people. Ninja, I'm not saying shit about Ninja. Not saying shit about Ninja. DK, I'm gonna go over DK. You know, Warrior, he's like 10% away from 59. I got back on him or whatever. I'm actually at the end of the video, I'll probably give you guys a list and where I think the power structure is right now and the classes, like what classes are stronger and stuff like that. Got my Striker, he's literally like 10% away from 59 as well as my Warrior, which is really fun. I couldn't decide which one. I really want to get them all to 59. I'm not sure who I fully want to main yet. You guys know what it is. My Musa, I turned into a process and all. So the reason for me going over my characters is just to show you guys that I have experience with these characters, and the characters that aren't at 59 or 60 or some shit like that or whatever, it doesn't mean that I don't have experience in them. I definitely do. She's almost to 59 as well. I don't know why I didn't just bang them to 59. Like, they're just sitting right there on the fucking edge. It's so aggravating, actually. Rangers, I can give you guys, I don't have too much information on Ranger or Sork, just because they're so rare. Rangers are starting to like pop up everywhere, and they are dangerous or whatever, but it's rare that I see a Ranger that's able to keep up with with equal geared people, in the red battlefield or something like that, or in node wars and stuff like that. Usually the Ranger is ridiculously geared and just wrecks people. Then we have the Mystic. I sure named her right? King Vox. Dude, I knew that was going down. And this is my Sork, and I don't have enough information on Sork to tell you where Sork is right now, but I'm still gonna do my best. So let's go into character creation. So here we go. So for Warrior, man, Warrior right now, and has always been probably one of the strongest class in Black Desert Online. There's really not much that a Warrior has to worry about except for slow grinding. So if anyone's able to handle being a little bit slower than other people in grinding, and now there is ways that you can hustle and bustle to be able to keep up with other classes when it comes to grinding, because Warriors aren't slow, you know what I mean? It's just that they're a bit sluggish in grinding, and I think it comes from the fact because they don't really have any skills to spam. Like most classes have one skill that they can actually spam to delete a whole pack or something like that. Warrior has to kind of go through its whole kit, but it is exciting. I will say that it's very much exciting. Him in PvP versus any class, to be honest, if you're geared or equally geared, you have a very high chance of just about wrecking every class in the game, especially after the new rebams that just came out. they're really disgusting. So if you're sick of people bullying you, and you come from another game where you were being, you know, beat up and all that stuff, and you don't want to stand for it no more, pick warrior. There's very little classes in the game that can compete with warrior 1v1. And that's just the god honest truth. And even in node wars and stuff like that, whatever, they're still strong. They're strong all around. So here we have next the ranger. Rangers just got insanely buffed. You guys can check out like Easy9's channel to check out his ranger stuff, because all he plays is ranger. He just can't have enough on this class. Where I feel this class at in PvE, now that they buffed it and it's not too much energy to grind anymore, you grab some potions or whatever and you'll be absolutely fine. They're actually one of the fastest grinders in the game right now, and their range is ridiculous. Now most rangers are just purely using their bow, and I mean, they're messing people up. It's not that their awakening's trash. Their awakening's actually still stronger than the bow. It's just the bow is just so convenient, and it's slippery. Like, look how she's moving and down in there in a little video. You know, rangers will always be a really strong pick. If you really like rangers and you can deal with playing a female character, then you're dope. All right, next, sorcerer. I don't really know too much about sorcerers. I haven't got mine to awakening yet. I will say that they're really, they take a lot of skill. From my understanding, you know, my guild leader's a sorcerer and probably one of the best in the game or whatever. He's just a straight up monster, and he doesn't really have problems fighting people. I mean, he takes out things like strikers and mystics and stuff like that on his sword, and those classes right now kind of counter any spell casting classes. So, you know, that just shows you, if you're really good and you get good with this class, you're gonna be a real pain for people. First of all, it's unexpected. Everything that the class does is just completely unexpected. So if you fight anybody that doesn't have just the slightest idea on how to PvP and how to, like, you know, be aware of their surroundings, a sword could eat them alive. There will be nothing they can do. I would compare it to something like the Mesmer on Guild Wars 2, where you can never find a Mesmer to actually attack it. And that's the same way that the Sorks are. They're very fast, and they have a lot of iframes and stuff like that. So if you really learn the class and get into it, you'll be a monster. You'll be unstoppable. And it's dope. She's just really dope. So let's go over to Zerker. So last time, I know a lot of people love my Zerker commentary and stuff like that. And since then, I've got my Zerker to like, what, 10% away from 60, and I haven't been able to straight push him to 60 yet. And I'm not sure why, but it's not that he's boring or anything. He's actually really fun, and once I awakened him, he was a lot better than I ever thought that he was going to be. And I was kind of sad, you know, before I ever played him awakening, because back in the day I made him at 50 cap. And I was like, wow, the axes. I really like the axes and dual wielding and stuff like that. You know, it's the old school, you know, kind of, it's like the old school motion of, like, you know, berserkers dual wield. They have two weapons and all that cool stuff. But that's like the wild mentality. You know what I mean? So when he got a cannon, I was like, what the hell is this? But man, the Zerker is definitely really ridiculous and ridiculously strong. You don't see a lot of Zerkers nowadays because they don't play that mix role very well, as far as like, I want to build tanky and I want to build a lot of damage. I don't think that's the way to go on a Zerker. If you're going to support your guild and stuff like that, high DP builds are much appreciated on Zerkers, and a lot of people think that may be fun. It's fun for like a couple of weeks or so, and then you get to a point where you feel like you want to do damage. You know what I mean? But the good thing is DP gear is very cheap, so you can actually pick yourself up some DP gear, some DP accessories to try to push over 350 DP, you know, for no wars and stuff like that, and still have your monstrous AP monkey gear setup. And I think AP Monkey is definitely the funnest way to play Berserkers. There's nothing better than jumping in the middle of a crowd, pressing one skill, and have people die midway through the skill. It's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. And right now on the spot, like I said, not a lot of people are playing them just because they don't like the play style for Zerkers, or I don't, whatever it is. He may be ugly, but he's definitely really strong. And when he has a, like, you can, if you guys ever looked up a streamer called Silver Ape, I think he's in Man Up now or something like that. But that dude is a monster. A lot of people say he's gear carried, but there's no damn such thing as gear carried in this game. You know what I mean? You're geared the way you're geared, and you wreck the way you wreck. Like, that's just what it is. Like, you're never gonna, the chances of you running into someone that has similar gear to you, it's very slim. Like, somebody's always gonna have the upper hand that you fight. You're never going to have a day where you're just like, oh, I'm gonna go fight people with the same exact stats as me. That's not reality. So now on to the Tamer. Tamers got love. Yo, Tamers definitely got some love, bro. I am not even joking with you guys. There's a Tamer in our guild. Dang, I forget your name, bro. I'm sorry, but this Tamer is scary as hell. Every time I see this dude, I turn the other way, and I'm just like, nope. I'm like, fuck this shit, I'm out. And you can't really run from the dude. The dude can jump halfway across red battlefield, and when he get up on you, it's over. So a lot of people talking about Tamer gets deleted instantly and stuff like that. Now this Tamer in my guild must be hella geared because we can't seem to kill him. Okay, I can't seem to kill him. Let me correct that, because I know some people gonna be in the comment be like, fool, boy, you know you too weak. I'm like, hey man, stop putting me on the spot. All right, but Tamers are very strong. I didn't like their awakening. I don't think it's like too smooth, but I don't think they grind with their awakening. I was told by Fox Tracks. So if that's wrong, you guys hit up Fox Tracks and be like, yo, why you spreading the BS? You know what I mean? And punch him in the labia or something like that if he got one. I don't know. I don't know his life. All right, so here we go on Striker. Striker is in, I would say, one of the same spots as Warriors, where they don't have to worry about many classes whatsoever. There is some classes that the Strikers have to worry about, and that is the Musa and Mewa classes. They kind of eat Strikers and Mystics alive, and they're probably the only weakness to Striker and Mystic right now. But to be honest, a well-played Musa is damn near impossible to stop right now. Anyway, they're above the limit. But here we have Striker, right? And you guys are probably wondering what's the difference between Striker and Mystic, so I'm just gonna throw that out here right now. The Mystic is a lot faster and a lot tankier as far as like attacks and stuff like that. Her damage is more consistent, where the Striker has massive burst. So the Striker does do a lot more damage than the Mystic, and the Mystic will win versus the Striker in a 1v1 just purely because she's a single target type class, whatever. Like the Strikers in Node Wars blow up multiple people before they die. So Strikers do, I would say, more damage and stuff like that in Node Wars and gets more kills and stuff, but Mystics actually survive, and they're wanted just because they're tanky as hell. I don't know why they're so tanky. They're just ridiculously tanky. But the Striker is nothing to laugh at either. Like I said, they can take on multiple people because they have massive explosions and stuff like that. So if anyone gets caught within like that little radius or whatever, they not only just get CC'd with whoever the Striker's fighting, but they get blown up with it as well. Right now Striker is kind of low-key my main, but I guess can't really push him. It's really between the Striker and the Zerker. I guess really love both of them, to be honest. Right, so let's go on to Musa. Musa right now, oh my goodness, Musa lovers, people that like Musa, and you know, people that used to cry back in the day and all that stuff, they're probably really happy now because Musa is completely off the charts right now. Like, I don't really know how to describe it, but they're just completely busting people down and pissing people off. We have a Musa in our guild called Grim. This dude's just a straight monster. Like, I try to call for help or whatever, but he's just so grim, you know what I mean? He just be out there slaughtering people. But man, Musa, aka the Blader, I would put him very high in PvE, grinding, and PvP, to be honest. He's like the all-around package right now. There's very few classes that can kind of shut him down. If a Musa plays smart, yo, it's a wrap for you. You know what I mean? Because they move so fast, they can duck and dodge any type of wave of damage that you can kind of throw out at them. But if you get even if you get them in grab sometimes, like if they get up, you're dead, which is really funny. I wish they would have buffed that like dual wielding beater thing that the guy's doing right now in the video, but they didn't. But yeah, I like Musa a lot. Everyone likes Musa, and I'm just letting you know right now that Musa is viable. Don't fall into anything about the Musas being weak. It's got buffed a lot lately, and I'm not saying that those videos were wrong where people talk about like the Musa need buffs and stuff like that. They did need buffs back in the day. They suffered from a severe accuracy problem, and I don't believe they do suffer from that anymore. All the Musas that I know are straight up monstrous, and actually I think Ring plays a Musa, and he always comes to protect me when people's messing with me or whatever. So, but now I'm pretty strong, so I can almost protect myself. I said almost, people. That don't mean a witch hunt. Damn, leave me alone. Meiwa is the Musa's little sister. I know some people can be mad at that. I don't care. Little sister, big brother, Uncle Tom, Uncle Panda. All right. Look. Anyway, it's the mystic. It's the Musa nipples. All right. So Musa nipples here is the sister to the Musa, obviously, because it's the Musa's nipples. I don't know. Anyway, she's strong as well. Her grinding is not as good as the Musa, but they're both equally as fast. I think the Musa's a little bit better at grinding because he just like smashes a whole area, and she's more, her targets are, her attacks are more targeted. You know what I mean? More precise and more into like cones and stuff like that, where the Musa is just like a freaking Beyblade, just like Shaky Bay said, a Beyblade. You know what I mean? So that's the real difference between both of them, but they're both really fun. The Meiwa has this cool thing where she can kind of sidestep, and it makes a lot of Musas jealous that she can do that, because being able to sidestep in this game is huge. You can duck so much damage. You can get that smell out of dodge, because sometimes you can't go forward when you're fighting people. Sometimes you gotta find a way to get the hell out of dodge. You know what I mean? So that's Meiwa. She's still strong. A lot of Meiwas reroll Musa, actually, because Musa has become the king now. Back in the day, Meiwa was the queen, and you know, she had all the snuff, and everybody was like, I want to be a Meiwa. I want to be a Pokey Frostic. Then, you know, now the fire awakening is just what it's about now. So here we go, Mystic. And I'm not gonna beat around the bush with Mystic, okay? Listen, guys, Mystic is a complete asshole, okay? These are the type of people that come in your spot while you're already grinding. They see you grinding because everything's dead and says, yo, spot taken. And then if you back talk, she flags up and paddles your kneecaps to death. No, yeah, because she doesn't do a ridiculous amount of damage. It's just that the Mystic completely CCs you through the freaking ground. There's like, come on, bro. And it's funny, because after I said that, I looked at my screen, and it would look like she was looking at my eyes like she was going to jump out of the monitor, man. I was about to cry, saying, Mystic, Mystic, no. No, Mystic, no. Don't do it to me. But Mystic is, she's strong as hell. Look, they even separated them. Obviously, there's some problems going on in the Striker family. But I'm trying to let you know right now, when you see a Mystic, pucker up, because she's gonna take you for a ride. That's all I can say. She's very strong. If you want to play her and you don't have her yet, just wait for her. And don't underestimate her. I'm telling you, she'll paddle you down, and she steals your resources. She's a thieving witch. I'm telling you, she is a thieving witch. I was on my Zerker, and she beat my kneecaps. My Zerker got artificial kneecap limbs now, because she paddled me to death. It was sad. Whatever. Valkyrie is still that holy spatula that I told you guys about, okay? Let me tell you guys something. Back in the day, people doubted me. People said, King Vox, why do you put Valk on a pedestal? Because they're monsters, okay? Listen, There is no reason for anyone that plays Valk to ever re-roll. She is literally the queen of the holy crop right now. She is, I don't even know what, look, she's so innocent, she's not even looking at me. She's not even looking at me inside the character creation. Look at that. That's how innocent she is. Don't believe it, guys. Don't believe it, because when she drops the base on you, game over. I'm just trying to let you know right now, the Valk is completely ridiculous. If you ever seen the PvP tournaments, you know what I mean. Mystics and Valks are completely taken over. She's been, oh my goodness, she's got 2 heals now. Man, I don't even, I'm scared to even talk out loud because I don't want to be grinding to have a Valk and a Mystic pull up on me if I keep talking trash and stuff like that. So, but she's a very solid choice. If you love the whole shield and board thing, or what is it called, like shield and board? No, it's not. It's like wood and board. I don't know. Somebody comment that down below what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm talking about? How we called like tanking and stuff back in the day. It was like, anyway, on to the next class. Konichi. Yo, the Konichi is definitely one of my favorite classes. And I know I tell you guys all the time I don't like the ninjas. I can't stand the ninjas. Man, I just had so much fun ganking a lot of people and going to red at Gaha's Bandits on the Konichi. Probably like last week before I sold all her stuff, sadly. But I will say she's absolutely crazy. She has a lot of iframes in her attacks and a lot of super armor and stuff like that. As far as like her versus Ninja, I think I like her a lot more than Ninja. I think both of them are kind of the same. The cool thing is you only need to get to about 210 AP on them, and then their E buff will alone whatever put you over the cap over to be able to wreck just about anybody in the game. And if that doesn't work, you can Z buff as well. When both of those combined together, you are Captain Kuno. Okay, so the class is very fast. I don't know how to do her movement yet, so I can't really speak on her movement, but if you go look up videos of her movement, you'll see that they can actually move pretty fast. As far as damage and PvE grinding, on point. They have a lot of sustain. I don't think the ninja even has sustain at all, but the Kuno definitely does, and she's a monster. And if you like her and you like hula hoops of death, I said hula hoops of death again. I didn't mean to say that. I just said it. It just came out. You know what I mean? But she's dope. I absolutely love her. Ninja. Man, I don't really have much to say about this class. This is like the worst class in the game. Yeah, if you want to be a ninja, you know, you should probably not. There's like 1,000 classes that do better than ninja, you know. So this class is just, it's just not a real good class, to be honest with you guys. I wouldn't play it. I don't play it. I don't know nothing about it. Dark Knight. Dark Knights right now are still strong as hell, but a lot of people are re-rolling off of Dark Knights. And actually, if you want to play a Dark Knight, now's the time, because you can snipe dandies off of the marketplace like cupcakes right now, just because Striker and Mystics are completely beating down their doors. You know, people are re-rolling because, you know, they're able to get killed. It's like, it's so funny because this class dominates just about every other class in the game as far as mobility, you know what I mean, and has a really nasty burst at safe distances and really nasty mobility. But a lot of people re-roll because a Mystic beats them and stuff like that, or they can't beat Mystics. And the sad thing about that is, you know, they're gonna re-roll to Mystic or whatever they want, and they're just gonna keep re-rolling. See, I re-roll because I love every class except for Ninja, but these guys re-roll because they get defeated. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not playing my Zerker right now because a Mystic beat the brakes off my kneecaps. All right, so I just want to be real with you guys because that's what I do. But Dark Knight's a pretty solid class, and like I said, a lot of people aren't playing Dark Knights right now because Mystics countered them, and a lot of classes are getting magic DP, but it doesn't mean that they're not, that they're gonna completely dominate the Dark Knight. That's not true. I've known some Dark Knights still to this day that still wreck everyone they run into. Now mind you, they're like 250, 240 AP, But there's nothing wrong with them. They're still wrecking stuff. You know what I'm saying? There's no need for Dark Knights to re-roll. There's still monsters out here, and I'm still scared of them, so you should be too. So don't re-roll Dark Knight if you're not high level and high gear yet, because people tell you that they're trash and stuff like that. They're absolutely not trash. They didn't get nerfed through the floor like everyone's talking about. Just classes came out that's able to catch them now, you know. BDO released some classes that got some speed on them and some power and some tankiness. So that's really all it's about. So here we go with Wizard. Well, okay. So Wizard has one of the nastiest grabs in the game, and I'm saying that out of experience because I've been grabbing people and just melting people. Usually when you grab somebody with a Wizard, it's game over, and it's a awakening grab as well, so you can go right into the ass whooping as soon as they hit the flow. You know what I mean? Even before they hit the flow, you can bring the ass whooping. So Wizards are, I'm not gonna say, oh, they're monsters, but they're monsters, all right? They out here blowing up whole groups. Now, let me tell you something. There's a lot of classes that I name that are absolutely strong and everything, you know, that's really dope. But let me put it in this perspective. As far as being geared, like 240 plus AP, there's no better class than Witch and Wizard for ultimate power. If you want to feel just completely ridiculous, and the reason is because of Blizzard. They have, matter of fact, not just even Blizzard, just everything that they have in their kit AoEs in such a large radius that once you have the AP to, you know what I mean, you can combo down a whole group. You know what I mean? And God forbid if they're not geared, they're gonna die a half a second into any of your skills. Wizards and witches right now are like they've always been, completely powerhouses, how casters should be. You know what I'm saying? So there's no such thing as, you ever watch something like an anime or something like that and see a wizard or a witch or somebody like the only dude in the whole group that can throw magic or do fireballs be weak? Hell no. This dude's capable of blowing up a whole town. You know what I'm saying? So why would it be any different here? The only characters in the game that's capable of blowing up a whole building, you see what I'm saying? Witch and Wizard. So come on, guys, you guys gotta understand. And the people that saying wizards are weak in 1v1s, I don't know where, okay? Because none of them are weak. When I was on my wizard, I wasn't really taking much losses on 1 versus 1, unless warriors. A really nice warrior can almost take you down, but man, if you learn how to super armor shuffle, man, it's a wrap. There's not really much anyone can do. The radius is so massive. Like, so here's the thing. Once you hit that cap where you have all that AP and stuff like that, even warriors, if they get caught in the middle of your skill, they're dead. Your skill's gonna eat their block completely up, and they can't run out of it because it's too large of an area. Like, it's literally like they would take them 2 iframes to get the hell out of it. And as soon as that back is exposed, rip spaghettios. You know what I'm saying? And now let's go on to Witch. So the difference between Witch and Wizard, there's actually a massive difference. See, before I didn't really care to go over that because I was just weirded out that it wasn't like drastically different. But nowadays it is kind of drastically different, just not pre-awakening. Pre-awakening is just like meh, but the Witch has some really cool mid-range attacks, and I wouldn't pick a witch over a wizard. that's just my truth or whatever. Like, in Node Wars, I would say that witches seem a lot more fun than wizards are. When I was playing my wizard and I would see those witches throwing those like bowling ball, they have this skill that does a crap load of damage, and it pretty much careens their rock pet into like a line. Man, when I see witches pushing those things into forts and getting a bunch of kills, I'm jealous of it. But I don't really care for anything else other than that on a witch, because the block on the witch, the block on any class besides like warrior, and who else has a really solid block, and Valk, you know, those blocks just get, at that point, those blocks just get completely wrecked. Like, you can handle, and Node Wars, when you see people blocking, usually they're not blocking direct attacks, they're blocking like you know, the side effects of someone else getting attacked, and then they catch a little whiff of the actual skill. They don't catch like the full skill, if that makes sense. So they're able to like just block the hell out of it. Warriors actually can block a full like half a second of attacks from like a whole fucking group, because they're just broken. And I think Vox can now as well. But as far as Witch and Wizard, both of them are equally strong, to be honest. If you either one you like, play. I wouldn't say any of them's any stronger than any of them, because at the end game, both of them will fuck you up. Like, both of them will sneeze on you and you'll just completely just die. So it's all about really learning your class. A lot of things that people don't do nowadays is learn their class. Like when they jump classes, like I can say for me, there's only a couple classes that I kind of like mastered. And when I say master, I'm just saying like I took the time to learn their combos. So that would be Striker, Warrior, and Kuno. Those are the only classes in the game that I took time to actually, well, in Wizard, obviously, because I played him a lot. But I took time to actually learn their combos, so I know how to kill people and know how to deal with groups and stuff like that. I would say the Wizard I'm the best in, because, well, it's just so easy to go in and out of the Wizard's like super armors and stuff like that. So I kind of just like got that down. So right now I'm going to kind of do a tier list and state some characters or whatever that I think are strong. I'm just going to do the top 5. So my first pick for the strongest class in the game that is unrivaled by, well, I wouldn't say unrivaled. They rival each other. All 5 of these characters rival each other. So first, Warrior. And I know some people are like, holy shit, why are you picking Warrior? Warrior is absolutely a monster, and I would be dumb not to pick this as my number 1. Now this is my opinion, guys, but I'm just giving it to you real. Right now, Warrior, okay? Followed behind Mystic, right? Then Striker, and then Wizard and Witch. Now, Wizard and Witch can be touched by other people just because they're not as tanky. Like a geared wizard is a lot more tankier than a witch. If you get to a witch, you might be able to kill her in one combination, and that'll be it. Like, I don't think the witches have super armor shuffle like the wizards do. They do have a block though, but to be honest, you really don't want to stand around and block shit. Like, if you use your block, it's because a sword launched a ball or something at you, and that's it. Now, Musa is a honorary, you know, choice as well. I would put him at 6 or something like that, or whatever. And I would say that, man, I would say Striker and Valk are at the same spot as well. They're really strong. As far as like other classes like Tamer, Ranger, Sork, and all that stuff, it is what it is with them. If you learn those classes, they can be completely devastating, but these are classes that take very little and you get a crap load out of them. So we're gonna Warrior, Striker, or Warrior, Mystic, Striker. And both of them, Mystic and Striker, are kind of in the same spot versus everyone else or whatever. They're just really strong ass classes. But Mystic right now is a bit overtuned, so I mean, she's on this list or whatever, but she's, like I said, I feel that she's a little bit overtuned. A lot of other players feel that way as well. People are still waiting for kind of like a nerf for her, but I don't think it's coming because she's not overtuned to the point where she's just one-shotting everybody or something like that. Like I said, her damage is actually not that high. It's just that she's tanky as hell. So that's the difference with that situation. But Warrior would definitely be, my opinion, my number 1. You guys can comment down below what you feel is the number 1, like 1 through 5, or actually let's do 1 through 6 for you guys. So comment down below. You can put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and next to them have the classes that you feel go in whatever order as your opinion, and that can better help some people or whatever, because obviously the more character, and really think about it, because it took me some time or whatever, and it's hard for me to say that Warrior right now, and for the longest part, has been one of those classes. So I feel that Warrior right now is kind of in this spot where he's untouchable. If you're good with Warrior, there's really no class that you're going to run into that you're just going to be like you know, like, oh crap, that class is gonna wreck me. No, you're gonna get big headed playing a warrior, because they easily dismantle other classes, and it's not even funny, and they're overlooked a lot. But trust me, I've never had someone tell me that warriors were weak. I've never experienced fighting a warrior and just, you know, that was more geared to me or whatever, and recommend, like, I can't beat warriors that are more geared to me. They're just ridiculously strong, and they have a lot of tools. And now they can definitely teleport and break your face down. So that's really sad as well. But that doesn't mean that any other class is weak, to be honest. Maybe I might make a tier list later. Probably S through probably C, I would say. Yeah, S through C, because I don't like to give any classes Fs, because fuck Fs, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Peace out, guys. This has been King Vox. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just wanted to give you guys kind of an update. Love you guys. Love for the support. Thanks for the support. You guys, always the best. Vox Nation.